I'm Captain David Jones, Commanding Officer of the United States Naval Hospital, Guantanamo Bay, and the Commander of the Joint Medical Group, Joint Task Force, Guantanamo. It's my pleasure to introduce this video that commemorates 60 years of service of the Naval Hospital to the Guantanamo Bay community. In September of 1956, this facility opened with great fanfare, and here, 60 years later, we want to celebrate the past, the present, and the future of healthcare here in Guantanamo Bay. The U.S. military has had a presence in Guantanamo Bay for well over 100 years. Given the glories and the heat of the Caribbean sun, the designers of this hospital wanted to make it as comfortable as possible for patients and staff. So this facility became the first fully air-conditioned hospital in Navy medicine. From the Eisenhower administration to the Obama administration, 11 presidential administrations in all, this gleaming hospital by the bay has served military, civilian government service personnel, contractors, foreign nationals, special category Cuban residents, migrants, detainees, and staff members of non-governmental organizations. We serve all because as the only hospital within the U.S. Southern Command area of operations, we have to be ready to serve anyone who comes in through our doors.
It has been excellent. I can't find words to explain. It has been awesome. The treatment has been awesome. The experience was awesome. I got good treatment from all the staff, the commander. I think, if my memory serves me right, I think the commander of the hospital, her name was Captain Scott. She was the captain at the time of the hospital. Oh, I would tell them that they have nothing to fear about the staff at the hospital, and the staff, they're just wonderful, and they does a very good job. They does a very wonderful job.
The doctors, the people at the hospital, I can ask a better treatment, and every time I go down there, they treat me real nice. I would say this, keep doing what they're doing, and they always treat me good, so I don't have no complaining about the hospital or anything like that. I will tell them that's the best hospital I've ever been, and they treat me real nice.
We might be the smallest Navy hospital, serving the smallest catchment area of about 6,000 people here, but we have an outsized impact on national and international affairs because of the complexity of the mission here in Guantanamo Bay. As a Navy hospital, we are in full alignment with the Navy Surgeon General's guidance on readiness, health, and partnerships. For readiness, the Naval Hospital staff and Navy units on the base maintain the highest level of medical readiness in Navy Medicine East. Regarding health, we strive to provide the best care our nation can offer to sailors, airmen, soldiers, Marines, Coast Guard personnel, family members, and all other base residents to keep them healthy, ready, and on the job. We partner with the Naval Station, the Joint Task Force, the U.S. State Department, and a host of other agencies to provide care in this complex and highly sensitive environment. A 60th anniversary is known as a Diamond Anniversary. For 60 years, the Naval Hospital here in Guantanamo Bay has shined like a diamond, providing high-quality health care for all. And our future is just as bright. Happy 60th anniversary to the hospital team. For those of you who have joined us for the celebration, please enjoy this video that highlights the patient and staff experience through the hospital. We are a community hospital. That means we have an array of services tailored to the needs of this community, including an emergency room that operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Ambulance services staffed 24/7 on both the windward and leeward sides of the base. We have an inpatient beds for those requiring skilled nursing support, and a defined array of services like primary care, general and orthopedic surgery, obstetrics and gynecology, comprehensive dentistry, physical therapy, optometry, and a full-scale pharmacy. As a community hospital, we know well our capabilities, and we also know our limitations. When a patient requires more support than we have here, we rely on a cadre of visiting specialists like dermatologists, neurologists, and ophthalmologists who rotate through the hospital and the Joint Task Force. For other services, we closely work with the Naval Station Air Team for routine medevacs off-island. And in the case of emergency needs, we arrange to move patients to more definitive care in the U.S. through specially designed air ambulances mobilized from the States.
Our galley is actually known worldwide. It's one of those, it's one of the things where whenever somebody says they put love into their food, it's actually, that's specifically what we do here. We put our heart and our soul into the food that we serve here for our patients and for our staff members. My crew is very unique in the Navy, as we have foreign national Jamaicans who are cooking the food, and they are our chefs, and they are just fantastic. So we have a lot of home recipes that we try out here, and we put them on the line, and people really are loving our food. So it's really unique. One of the things is food is a very different topic for everybody, because everybody grew up with a different cuisine growing up. So we change up the menu every couple of weeks so that we can adapt to that. But the main staples that we do have is the Jamaican food, the Latin food that a lot of people are very much used to in our galley now. But we do try to incorporate all the foods that everybody likes from home. And that's one of the very unique things that we have here at the hospital galley, is we cater to the morale, we cater to our sailors, we cater to our clientele, and it's a little bit difficult sometimes being here in a deployed setting, but we like to have a little bit of home here, at least every week, every couple of weeks, and switch it up.
About the present, recently, the emergency room team dealt with 9 patients who came in early morning between 0500 and 0600. 2 groups came in associated with motor vehicle accidents, including a group who crashed in a ditch while on patrol. We also had a patient come in with a myocardial infarction or heart attack, and other patients requiring attention due to illness or injury. All the beds in the emergency room were filled, and our team needed to use some of the exam rooms here in our primary care clinic as emergency spaces. The team handled things superbly for all patients, and the heart attack patient went out on an emergency medevac. The hospital team today, as it has in the past, was ready to meet the needs of each patient with attention to quality and safety. Now let me talk about how the U.S. Naval Hospital Guantanamo Bay is also having an impact across Navy medicine for the future in the very important matter of the safe delivery of babies. Each year, about 25 babies are born here at the Naval Hospital. That's not a great number compared to other hospitals, but each of those babies is precious to their families, so safe deliveries in a remote area like this is our highest concern. In April of 2016, we invited all 4 perinatal specialty leaders here, and they arrived as a team. We were able to engage in productive cross-specialty discussions that would have been impossible to capture via email or video teleconference. The discussions range from provider nursing staffing and competencies, telemedicine capabilities, simulation training, medevacs, and pharmacy services. Face-to-face conversation and eyes-on by the specialty leaders of this unique baby delivery environment elicited questions across specialties that could be immediately answered by all involved parties and offered a venue for discussions on the way forward in real time. At the conclusion of their visit, the specialty leaders expressed how refreshing and energizing it was to be engaged in a proactive effort and not being called on to fact-find after an adverse outcome. The specialty leaders also indicated that potential clinical practice and manning solutions in Guantanamo Bay will serve as a framework for future visits at other remote overseas facilities. They saw the visit as especially fortuitous as they are helping to coordinate preparations for the opening of a birthing center in Iwakuni, Japan, where many of the same challenges will likely be faced.
There are so many experiences here that have been rewarding for me. The care for my obstetrical patients and every single delivery here has been incredibly rewarding. The staff that I get to work with on a day-to-day basis has been a tremendous pleasure for me. As a director, getting to be involved in the changes in the hospital and being involved from a leadership standpoint has been a tremendous experience, but also being able to work one-on-one with my junior staff has been incredibly rewarding as well. Recently, one of the patients that I took care of had a baby late in her pregnancy who was positioned transverse. So the baby is lying, instead of lying with her head down in mom's abdomen in preparation for delivery, the baby was actually lying sideways. Obviously, you can't deliver a baby whose head is not facing the right way. So one of the options that we gave to that patient was what's called an external cephalic version, where the obstetrician physically turns the baby into a head down position. So after counseling the mom and her husband, we were able to successfully turn the baby into a head down position. About 2 weeks later, she went on to deliver the baby vaginally and avoided a C-section. So it was very humbling for me for her to trust me in that situation, and very exciting for Commander Dabalich and I, who assisted me in the procedure, in getting it done successfully for her.
Dr. Clark has been, I'm trying to get emotional. Dr. Clark has been the best OB I've ever had. She's the only one I've had from start to finish, and she's taken such great care of me. I feel like she cares not just for me, but for my husband and my family. Miss her. She and I both leave at the same day, thank God, because I would follow her onto the ferry if not. She has greatly impacted this community, and I know especially the mothers, everyone that is delivered here. I haven't heard a single bad word said about her. She's exceeded any expectation I had of a doctor and a midwife. She's been amazing.
So our little community hospital on this 45 square mile base, our hospital by the bay, has a continuing impact not only for this community, but for others in the Navy medicine family as far away as Japan. Patient safety and high reliability principles are not just healthcare buzzwords. They are part of the everyday mission that this hospital fulfills and will continue to offer for this community and our joint service family. This is the past, the present, and the future that we pause to celebrate here on this 60th anniversary of the Naval Hospital in Guantanamo Bay.
Hello, Naval Hospital, Guantanamo Bay. Gary Sinise here. I truly appreciate your service to this great nation every day of the year. But on this very special day, I want to wish you a very happy 60th anniversary. Thank you for treating our nation's heroes with unsurpassed care and compassion. Continue to do the good work you are doing, sustaining your motto, world-class care, anytime, anywhere. Again, happy anniversary to you.